This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Gators ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Saying, trying to be heard about the noise. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, they knew it wasn't going to be easy against this defense throwing the football, right? They've got a pass rush. This quarterback was going to be under duress. He gets drilled, but he gets his first completion on the opening drive of the game. It's going to look like this the rest of the way.
Turning it on! They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Here's Julian saying to throw. Snagged out of the air. Quick step and go. Touchdown, Buckeye! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Oh, he's got some space. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Here's Sayin to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Running inside, it's Jackson. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. They want a little extra time to think over this third and long as we've got a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. They'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still third and long. Sayin from the gun on third down. Rushes on him, looking for a huge play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Punt is in the air. Here's the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Jones to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pressure coming. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. On the move at the 30. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and it'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Looking left. Pulls it in. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
The Gators look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Oh, what a cut! Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Jones wants to throw it. Under fire. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. We'll send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. He finds a dead spot in the middle, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Gators will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, Dave. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Zayn plucks it out of the air, and the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away, see where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
Get it out on the screen. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. they were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Racing to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Jones to throw. Finds the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Gators will hustle to the line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. It'll be 3rd and long. Red 18. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Wants to adjust the pattern. In the red area, it's Jackson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to power it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. And this one is perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession. There he goes! They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He moved and throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Jones wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, two guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, those comeback routes can be tough to cover defensively, but nice job staying in the receiver's hip pocket and knocking that ball down.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty.
White 53.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines, there's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something because this game's starting to creep along, and they really need to make something happen.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Yeah, and that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
The Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Barges ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeye! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Number 96, set to kick it away.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own.
Hoops is over, baby.